Welcome back. The Free State Provincial Government's former head and Chief Financial Officer of Agriculture and Rural Development are now on the hot seat. Peter Thabethe, Dr. Limakatso, Moorosi and Seipati Dhlamini stand accused of breaking the law by flouting the Public Finance Management Act. State witness Chadwick Xeluza is a Section 204 witness. This afternoon, Thabethe's lawyer cross-examined him. Erin Bates is outside the Free State High Court for us in Mangaung. Erin, good afternoon to you. Xeluza says he was under immense pressure to produce a deviation memo. Where did this pressure come from?
Stephen, it came from Dhlamini and from Thabethe, he says. He says that Dhlamini came into his office on the 6th of October 2011. While she was there, she dictated to him this deviation memo he then wrote out. He says that she provided him with a letter. It's the letter we've been speaking about for the last 3 days, that one from the New Delhi scrap metal company, Worldwide Window Impacts India, and this was the letter that was sent to the Free State government 3 days earlier, congratulating it on the Mohuma Mobung project to empower Free State farmers, black Free State farmers, and develop the economy in the province. It was this Worldwide Impacts which asked for a due diligence report, and it was Dhlamini, says Xeluza, who told him that Newzroom Investments should then do the work. He says that while she was with him dictating this, even though some key things were missing, that she was apparently receiving calls from Thabethe. And he later said in his evidence today that Thabethe actually phoned him on the landline pressing for this paperwork to be done.
He claims Dhlamini was with him when Newzroom Investments was improperly loaded onto the payment system. What was wrong with the way it was done?
Well, according to Xeluza, what happened was they walked to the finance section of the Free State government and they had this letter. They then had this deviation, even though he says it was improperly done. Bear in mind, Stephen, of course, that he is a Section 204 witness, so he is himself implicated in wrongdoing and has conceded that here, including under cross-examination. But he marched with his boss. He says he was under that pressure from Dhlamini and Thabethe, and they didn't have the banking details for Newzroom Investments. So he says that Dhlamini provided it handwritten on a piece of paper, and that then loaded Newzroom Investments onto the system, even though it wasn't on the list of service providers checked and approved by the Free State government. And that was how a 12 million rand payment, which forms part of that total 24.9 million rand amount, was then logged on the system. So we don't know if it was written on a till slip on the back of another document that had been thrown in the dustbin, but it's quite astounding to hear that on this version of the evidence, banking details for a 12 million rand payment to start with, the Free State government processed, was simply handwritten on a piece of paper that was marched through the corridors of the Free State government.
Sure. And then there was a cross-examination by the attorney Daniel Mancha today. He's played other roles in our society. How was that?
Well, the view of some of those in court I've heard from, Stephen, including lawyers themselves not involved in this matter, is that it was pretty poor, because the point of cross-examination is to firstly chip away at the version of a witness who's against your client, and then also build up your client's own version. And it was through the cross-examination of Mancha that call, that landline call that Xeluza says happened from Thabethe occurred. Thabethe's signature is also on the deviation document, along with that of Moorosi and Dhlamini. And so as much as his job is to ensure his client's version, which counters that of Xeluza, is put forward, and that he exonerates his client as much as possible from implication, it's actually revealed some more information that serves the state's case in this matter. Xeluza is set to go further cross-examination tomorrow, undergo further cross-examination by counsel for some of the other accused. And in fact, we had Iqbal Sharma and Thabethe with their lawyers standing in this very courtyard some minutes after proceedings adjourned for the day, discussing their plans for the way forward. So we'll see what comes of that when proceedings resume tomorrow at 9:30.
Erin Bates, thank you very much indeed for that live update. More reporting to come this week from her and the team in Mangaung.